Hi, I'm Janet Lee, and I'm going to tell you 10 things that I would redo if I could restart my business all over today. We're going to walk around my house as we chat about the 10 things that I'm going to tell you about. And there's one big one at the very end, so you want to watch till the end. You don't want to miss it. I've been thinking about this for a while, so I just jotted down the things, and they're on a list here so I don't forget. But we're going to walk around, and I'm going to point out some of the things in my office area and with the inventory, and talk about the things that I would definitely do if I was restarting it. If you're starting a new small business, definitely keep these things in mind that I'm going to tell you right now. I appreciate you watching the video to the end. That will really help my watch time hours go up, and I would love it. If someone had told me these things before, maybe I would be farther ahead myself. So I just really want you guys to know these. All right, let's start with the first one. One of the very first ones I want to start out with, number one, is to save your receipts and to also record all money transactions whatsoever down. Record them. I'm telling you, this is going to save you in the long run because you have to make sure that your books balance, and you really need to make sure that you know where all your money is going. And it can help you analyze what is going on in your business. Where are you really spending your money? Where are you gaining the most income? And just take an overall look at the health of your finances for your business. Over here, I have two folders that I keep right in the front. You can tell I don't like doing goals because my calendar for half of last year and half of this year isn't even opened. But I'm not talking about the calendar, I'm talking about receipts. I have a folder. In this folder, I have all of my receipts. I make sure to save every single one, because you need to make sure that you have a receipt attached to every transaction. Save your receipts. I'm telling you, save your receipts. Put them all in one spot. That way you know where they are, and that you could take a picture of them and put it in wherever you're going to put it in. Excel, QuickBooks, whatever your system is that you're using to track your expenses, make sure that they get saved and that you take the pictures. It is so important. I'm telling you, keep all of your receipts. Start from the very beginning. Make sure everything is printed off. In this separate folder, I keep all of my post office receipts. It's not the receipts from purchasing, but it's the receipts from submitting the packages to the post office. Save your receipts. When I mean put every transaction down, I'm talking about every transaction. If you were hiring someone to do graphic work for your business, maybe they're making some logos or something for you, and you have a few payments to make them, make sure that every single payment is written down somewhere. Maybe just put it in a Word document, put it in an Excel sheet, whatever you decide. Make sure that it has the date, the amount, how you also paid it, whether you did Venmo, PayPal, send them a check, you did it in cash, whether they sent you an invoice for Easy Start or a Wise money transaction. Whatever the case is, make sure that you put down where you sent it. I've had some moments already when I've paid an illustrator and a couple months go by and I need to make another payment, and I've completely forgotten how I paid them. It's a little embarrassing. Usually I can go back in the email and find out where it was that I sent the money to begin with, but every artist, every company likes to be paid a different way. So make sure when you write the transaction down that you have not only who, when, where, and the amount, how much. Make sure you also write down what you used to transfer the money. Another reason why this is big is because you need to make sure that you've paid all that you need to pay for whatever project you're doing. I'm a children's book author, so I've had 3 different illustrators that I've had to pay. I just had the experience last week, actually, of making a final payment for my When My Mom Had Cancer children's book. I'm so excited. That book actually has the Kickstarter starting in the beginning of March. And so I'm really excited about that Kickstarter, but I needed to make the final payment to Ekaterina. So every time she makes 6 pages, basically, then she'll send me an invoice and I'll pay her. But this was the final payment, and so I really needed to make sure that everything was correct. I knew it was around the dollar amount that I should be giving her, but I didn't know exactly. And I also wanted to make sure that it was the final payment because I wasn't really keeping track. I mean, who does that? Pay someone a lot of money and you don't even keep track. This person. So you really need to make sure that you keep track of it. So what I had to do was go through all my emails, make sure that the time correlated to my bank account, the money that was being sent was all matching up. Then I had to make a Word document and type down everything that I had paid her and add it all up, do, some simple math and make sure that everything was paid to her. It would be horrible if I accidentally didn't pay her the full amount. And that happened on her end. She was saying that I owed her a certain amount. And I was like, wait, I don't think so. I think I owe you way more than that. I'm so glad we did because we were able to finish the payments and everything is good. But if I had kept my receipts all tidied up with all the transactions recorded, then I wouldn't have had almost a whole afternoon of going through my bank information and all the emails. And even, emails are so annoying because you can try to look something up, but it takes forever. So save your receipts and write down all transactions. I'm talking about every single money thing, every single contract item, write it down. You know what would be cool is if you had if you want to be tactile about it, you can have a different book for each item. That would be really cool. You can get multicolored books or all the same color, cute notebooks. You can make your own notebooks, write down whatever it is, have a place that you know where it's going to be. If you like to do everything on the computer, or if you like to have everything on your phone, then make notes, make something, whatever it is. I'm just telling you, keep track of it. Wow, that was really long. Was that really long? Sorry, and that was just the first one. Okay, number dos. Work backwards. I don't know if this should be they're all number 10s where these are all really good. Work backwards. I'm telling you, seriously, work backwards. And I'm talking about walking backwards like I just did. That's ironic. But what I'm talking about is working backwards. So, for example, if you know that you need to have a website, work backwards from the website. Don't just go get a Shopify website like I did. You need to work backwards. I love working backwards. I do this all the time. For example, sorry, I really need one of those little GoPro stick things where you can hold it out. I am just using my cell phone to make my videos. That's how I do my YouTube. I don't have the money to pay for extra equipment, and I told myself when I had 1,000 followers that I would be able to get myself a nice camera. That did not happen. I don't have the money. Maybe I can tell myself when I am monetized for YouTube, then I can allow myself to get a nice camera. But it's just on my cell phone right now, and I think it's fine. If so far no one's complained about anything with my camera, so fingers crossed that holds. So I'm just trying to say thank you for your patience with my videos and also how they're videoed. So I appreciate your patience and sticking it in there with me. I appreciate anyone who's been subscribing and also just watching the videos all the way to the end. That really helps the algorithm, and it helps me to stay encouraged to make the videos and to keep recording because it's a lot of work to edit. Filming the videos are not that hard, but the editing is what takes forever. Anyway, I'm totally ranting. So working backwards, for example, if you know that you have a doctor's appointment at 10, and you know it takes 15 minutes to get to your appointment, you need to leave before 9:45. And then you know it takes you about 5 minutes to get all your keys and sunglasses and your purse ready, so that's 9:40. And then you know that sometimes there's traffic, so you need to add an extra 5 minutes, that's 9:35. And then you know that it takes you a while to shower and you like to have a nice breakfast, then maybe that's a whole half an hour. So maybe you have to take care of your cat or a dog, that's an extra 5 minutes, so that's 9:30. And then say you really like to take a nice long shower and have a nice breakfast, and that's another 30 minutes, so that saves 9 o'clock. And then you have to get the kids out of the door. So 8:40 and before is when you know that you really need to start everything and get going. That is the same concept of working backwards in small business. I'm telling you, work backwards. If I would have worked backwards, maybe the things on my list today in the video, I would have really taken into account, and I would be further along in my small business. So what do I mean by working backwards with small business? Say your end goal is to have a Shopify website. If you want to have a Shopify website, you're going to have to fill it with all of the product pictures, all of the product descriptions, all of the categorizing and the layout of how your website even looks. You need to make sure that you have a policy for your website, and you need to make sure that your products are done and correct. So just right there, you know that you're going to have your products made and finished. You're going to have to figure out the packaging, and you're going to also have to take all the pictures. And then you're going to have to figure out how to organize this. That way your website is cohesive and flows really nicely. So work backwards from that. So if I were doing it differently, I would not have gotten my Shopify website when I did. I would have worked on all the other pieces first, and then at the end, I would have gotten my Shopify website. And that's hard to say because I kind of knew that going in, but it's like you kind of know it, but you don't listen to it anyway, what you're thinking about and what you know you probably should do. At least that was the case for me. I knew I wanted a Shopify website, but sometimes you don't know what you're doing, so you just have to go for it, and that's exactly what I did. But if I could do it over again, I would work backwards. Say it was in August that I got my website. I was paying the about $35 a month to have the Shopify website, but I didn't launch it for a few months. It was several months. It took me, when did I start the website? I think it was live in, oh my gosh, I don't even remember. I think it was like October. And it took me about 5 months to get my website finished. And that is with going on the website and getting everything set up, which I didn't know how to do, so I was learning everything on the go. But that was 5 months of paying out for Shopify when I maybe didn't need to. Maybe I only needed to the last month or maybe the last 2 months before. So I could have spent months getting everything prepared and having my pictures taken, figuring that all out, and making sure that the packaging was good for my products, and then gotten the website up. It's still going to take you time no matter what to get the website figured out and to play around on it. But man, if I could go back, I would have had everything already done before I even touched getting the subscription for Shopify. It would have saved me more money, and I wouldn't have been so anxious about making sure that everything was good because I needed the website up as soon as possible. I had had the products for months, but almost a year for a few of them before I even launched the business officially selling. So I would have had everything lined up before. So my advice to you is to work backwards. I'm telling you, work backwards. That way you can see everything that you need to do, and that you'll be ahead of the game because everything will move quickly and it'll feel good too. I imagine plopping everything into place would have felt a lot better than struggling to like, oh my gosh, I can't do this now because I don't have these pictures, and I can't do this now because I don't have this. So work backwards. Okay, just do it. Do as I say, not as I did. Oh my gosh, the next one on my list is one of my nightmares. I'm telling you, listen to this advice I'm going to tell you right now, because I'm about to show you my sticker wall. The sticker wall of dread. Oh my gosh, this sticker problem has driven me nuts. Don't let these cute little guys fool you. They are evil. Stickers are evil. It's just so frustrating. So what happened was I did not get samples. I just ordered from a company. I mean, you can see in one of my very first videos, I had an unboxing. Whoa. 911. Hello, Stickers Are Evil Hotline. How may I help you? Why did I just go to a British accent? I don't know. All right, goodbye. You can see on one of my earlier videos that I made, I did an unboxing, and I had ordered some stickers, and I tried them on the water bottle, and they weren't even waterproof at all, like not even a little bit. I had asked them for waterproof, and I thought that I was paying for waterproof, but no, I didn't. I just got paper stickers, and that was extremely frustrating. So if I had listened to what I'm saying right now of get samples, I wouldn't have had a problem. And then on top of it, I did it again. So I ordered a second order, all the ones you see here. They look beautiful and they're really fun and beautiful colors, but they're waterproof on the surface. You can hand wash something, but you cannot dishwasher safer, put them in the dishwasher, safer, wash them. It's so frustrating. My children's books, I am so glad that I've gotten samples because I had one manufacturer mess up on it and another manufacturer, it wasn't quite right. The Your Three White Dresses book, I've had just an annoying, fun, exciting time. I have tons of samples of my book. They're what are here for my backdrop, but just all of the samples. I'm so glad I got the samples. Get back there. I'm so glad I got them, and it was really helpful to have these samples because it is not what I wanted. I wanted a white title, but that didn't happen. So extremely frustrated with them. But if I hadn't had gotten samples and just ordered 3,000 books, then I would be in big trouble. So make sure you get samples. Like the tape, I wish I had gotten a sample. This is from Sticker Mule. I'm so glad I only bought 5 of these rolls because the color isn't correct. It's more dark. I mean, maybe on the camera it looks okay, but in person it kind of looks almost purpley. And that is not the color of my file. And also, like these are darker than they should have been. And these are my thank you cards. It's not bad. I didn't really worry about complaining to them or telling them. I bought 500 and they look okay. They look good, but they're not as bright as they should be. So it's kind of like my 500 order was my sample order. I wish that I had gotten a sample, so it makes me sad that they turned out the way they did. I mean, they're okay, but I know what it should be, and so that is just frustrating. So please get samples for your products, and if your manufacturer allows it, get the sample. So the moral of number 2, say it with me, get samples. Oh, I didn't hear you. Get samples. Oh my gosh, please get samples. Not for me. I mean, I like samples, but I'm talking about for you. Get samples for you.